LeBron James and the Lakers are off to a 17-2 start and are currently on a 10-game winning streak. Last time the Lakers were off to this great of a start was in the 2009 season when Kobe led them to a championship. Speaking of Kobe, LeBron is a little over 600 points behind Kobe on the NBA's all-time scoring list. Assuming he stays healthy, LeBron will be passing Kobe on that list this season. It's going to be really interesting to see how Laker fans respond when that event takes place. This is also far from the only way LeBron is making history this season. If LeBron gets an All-NBA selection at the end of the year, which short of a major injury is essentially a lock to happen, he'll have the most All-NBA selections of all time, standing alone at 16. If LeBron and the Lakers win the championship this year, he'll be the first player in NBA history to lead 3 separate franchises to the title. LeBron so far is having himself quite the year, averaging 25.8 points, 11 assists, and 7.3 rebounds on 49.6% shooting. In his first year officially at the point guard position, he's now leading the league in assists. If LeBron finishes the year as the leader in assists, he'll be joining only a handful of players in NBA history who've led the league in points and assists at one point in their career. He's putting up MVP numbers, playing tremendous defense on the best defensive team in the league with the best record in the NBA. If he wins MVP this year, he'll be one of the oldest players to ever win the award and the oldest since Karl Malone in the 1999 season. Speaking of MVP, there's several early candidates in the Western Conference, which include LeBron, James Harden, and Luka Doncic. It's one thing to look at all these MVP candidates and act like everyone has a legitimate case when it's early in the season and all the teams are still close in the win and loss columns. The Mavericks are doing well, so Luka is in the running, and the Rockets are doing well, so Harden is in the running. The thing is, the Mavericks are on pace to win around 50 games, and the Rockets are on pace to be in the mid-50s, while the Lakers are on pace to win 70 games. Now with that in mind, consider this. Since 1989, only one player has ever won the League MVP award while being outside of the top 2 teams in his conference. That instance was Russell Westbrook in 2017, the first year he averaged a triple-double. That's what it took for a player to win the award while not being a top 2 team, was a player accomplishing something that has only been done by one other player back in the 1960s. Other than that single instance, every player since the late 80s who's won the MVP award has been one of the top 2 teams in his conference. History tells us that if the Lakers get 70 wins or in the high 60s, it's a wrap. LeBron will be the league MVP. The MVP award typically isn't given to the best player overall, but the best player on the best teams. The only player I see as a legitimate threat to LeBron for MVP is Giannis, and his Bucks are going to have to keep up in the standings with the Lakers if he wants to win MVP, and that's going to be hard to do with LA clicking as well as they are right now. Honestly, there are so many subscribers of mine who can't stand LeBron James, and that saddens me a little bit, because the guy is an all-time great talent, and I think we need to appreciate him now before he's gone. Yes, I'm getting tired of the Jordan versus LeBron debate, like I'm sure many of you are, and even if LeBron wins the championship this year, in my opinion, there's still going to be a significant gap between him and Jordan. But honestly, who cares? I'm tired of this debate every day that's very subjective, but I also recognize that he's simply the greatest player of this generation, and somehow he remains elite, and somehow he just keeps going. And that alone is worth appreciating if you ask me. He's also done a ton to gain my respect this year on the basketball court. He's paid homage to Kobe and the Lakers who came before him on numerous occasions. He heard our criticism about his lack of defense last season and has responded by playing excellent defense this year. He's also avoiding the load management trend by going out there and busting his ass every night, despite the fact that he's about to turn 35 years old and in his 17th season. On top of all of this, he has once again reinvented his game and is looking like the best point guard in the league as he leads all players in assists. He doesn't have to be your favorite player, he doesn't have to be your choice as the GOAT, you don't have to agree with everything he says and does, but as far as the player he is today, and as far as what he's shown us on the court this season, I gotta say, I think it's time we tip our cap to LeBron James. He's earned it. Let me know in the comments section who you think is the MVP so far this season. Make sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.